Prostitution is a complex and ancient phenomenon that has existed in various forms throughout history and across different cultures. It is difficult to pinpoint a specific time or place where prostitution originated, as it likely emerged independently in different societies due to various social, economic, and cultural factors. Historically, evidence of prostitution can be traced back to ancient civilizations. Here are a few examples. Mesopotamia. In ancient Mesopotamia, one of the earliest known civilizations, there are records of sacred prostitution practiced in temples. Sex workers, often serving as priestesses, engaged in sexual rituals as part of religious practices. Ancient Greece. Prostitution was present in ancient Greek society, with both male and female sex workers known as hetairi and pornai. Hetairi were often highly educated and entertained their clients with intellectual conversations, while pornai provided sexual services. Ancient Rome. Prostitution was widespread in ancient Rome, and sex workers were classified into different categories. Prostitution was legal and regulated to some extent, with authorities imposing certain restrictions. China. Historical records suggest that prostitution existed in ancient China, where courtesans and entertainers played a role in the social and cultural life of the time. India. Ancient Indian texts, such as the Kama Sutra, contain references to courtesans and various aspects of sexual relations. The practice of prostitution has been mentioned in historical Indian literature. It's important to note that the nature and social acceptance of prostitution varied widely across different cultures and time periods. While some societies accepted and regulated prostitution, others viewed it with moral or religious disdain. The reasons for engaging in sex work have also evolved over time and often include economic necessity, social status, or religious practices. People enter the sex industry for various reasons, and it's important to recognize that individual experiences can differ significantly. The decision to engage in sex work is often complex and influenced by a combination of personal, social, economic, and environmental factors. Here are some common reasons. 1. Financial need. Economic hardship is a significant factor that may drive individuals towards sex work. Some people enter the industry to support themselves financially or to provide for their families. 2. Limited employment opportunities. Lack of education, skills, or job opportunities may lead individuals to consider sex work as a viable option, especially in regions with high unemployment rates. 3. Human trafficking. Unfortunately, some individuals are forced or coerced into sex work through human trafficking. This involves abduction, deception, or coercion to exploit individuals for commercial sex. 4. Drug addiction. Substance abuse can be both a cause and a consequence of involvement in sex work. Some individuals may turn to sex work to support their drug habits, while others may develop drug issues as a coping mechanism. 5. Lack of social support. Individuals who lack a strong support system, whether due to family issues, rejection, or other factors, may turn to sex work as a means of survival and independence. 6. Escaping abuse. Some people may enter the sex industry as a way to escape abusive relationships or difficult living situations, seeking financial independence. 7. Migration and displacement. Migrants and displaced populations may be vulnerable to exploitation and may turn to sex work due to limited options in unfamiliar environments. It's crucial to approach discussions around sex work with empathy and understanding, recognizing that individuals may have diverse and complex reasons for their involvement. Addressing the root causes of sex work involves addressing social and economic inequalities, providing education and employment opportunities, and offering support systems for vulnerable populations. Additionally, combating human trafficking and ensuring the safety and well-being of individuals involved in the sex industry are important aspects of comprehensive strategies. Today, prostitution remains a complex and contentious issue, with diverse perspectives on its legality, regulation, and social implications around the world. The impact of prostitution on a neighborhood can vary depending on several factors, including local laws, the level of regulation, the socio-economic context, and community dynamics. Here are some potential impacts. Safety concerns. Prostitution can bring safety concerns to a neighborhood. The presence of sex workers, clients, and associated criminal activities may lead to an increase in violence, drug abuse, and other illicit behaviors, creating an unsafe environment for residents. Community distress. Residents may feel distressed or uncomfortable with the presence of sex work in their neighborhood. This discomfort can stem from concerns about safety, morality, and the overall quality of life. Property values. The perception of a neighborhood being associated with prostitution can negatively impact property values. Potential homebuyers or renters might be deterred, affecting the real estate market in the area. Community stigma. Stigmatization can affect not only the sex workers but also the entire neighborhood. There might be negative stereotypes associated with the area, leading to social isolation and discrimination. Impact on businesses. Local businesses may be adversely affected by the presence of prostitution. Customers might avoid establishments perceived to be in areas with high sex work activity, impacting sales and revenue. Increased policing. Areas with a high concentration of prostitution may experience increased law enforcement presence, leading to tensions between residents, businesses, and law enforcement. This can contribute to a strained relationship between the community and the police. Public health concerns. The spread of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, may become a public health concern if safe sex practices are not adhered to within the sex work community. This can impact the health of both sex workers and their clients. Youth exposure. Children and teenagers in the neighborhood may be exposed to sex work, which can have negative effects on their development and well-being. Exposure to explicit activities or interactions with sex workers can raise concerns among parents and educators. It's important to address the complex issue of prostitution with a comprehensive and compassionate approach. Solutions may include community engagement, providing support services for individuals involved in sex work, implementing harm reduction strategies, and working towards economic development and social support systems. Local governments, law enforcement, and community organizations play crucial roles in finding balanced and effective approaches to address the concerns raised by prostitution in a neighborhood. The impact of prostitution on a neighborhood can vary depending on several factors, including local laws, the level of regulation, the socio-economic context, and community dynamics. Here are some potential impacts. The impact of prostitution on marriage can vary based on individual circumstances, cultural norms, and societal attitudes. It's important to note that views on sex work and its consequences are diverse, and people's opinions may differ based on their values and beliefs. Here are some potential ways in which prostitution can impact marriage. 1. Relationship strain. The discovery or acknowledgement of a partner's involvement in prostitution can lead to significant strain on a marriage. Trust may be damaged, and communication breakdowns can occur. 2. Emotional toll. For some individuals, the emotional toll of engaging in sex work or discovering a partner's involvement in the industry can be substantial. Feelings of betrayal, guilt, shame, and inadequacy may surface. 3. Legal consequences. In places where prostitution is illegal, both the sex worker and their partner could face legal consequences if discovered. Legal issues can add stress to a marriage and impact the couple's future prospects. 4. Health risks. There may be concerns about the risk of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, associated with prostitution, which can affect the health of both partners. This can lead to strains on intimacy and trust within the marriage. 5. Financial impact. If one partner is involved in sex work, it may affect the financial stability of the marriage. This can lead to economic stress, especially if the income from sex work is unreliable or unpredictable. 6. Stigmatization. Societal stigma attached to sex work can extend to the partners of sex workers. The stigma may affect the couple's social interactions, relationships with family and friends, and the overall perception of their marriage. 7. Coping mechanisms. Individuals involved in sex work or those with partners engaged in the industry may develop coping mechanisms, such as substance abuse or emotional withdrawal, which can further strain the marriage. It's important to approach these situations with empathy and understanding, recognizing that every marriage is unique. Some couples may find ways to navigate and overcome challenges, while others may face irreparable damage. Open communication therapy and support systems can play crucial roles in addressing the impact of prostitution on marriage and helping individuals and couples cope with the challenges they may face. It's important to note that prostitution laws vary widely around the world, and the legality of sex work is determined by the laws of each country or region. Additionally, reliable and up-to-date information on the scale of prostitution in different cities can be challenging to obtain due to the clandestine nature of the industry. However, some cities have gained reputations for having a significant sex industry. It's crucial to approach this topic with sensitivity and an understanding of the complex social, economic, and legal factors that contribute to the existence of sex work. 1. Amsterdam, Netherlands. The city is known for its regulated and legalized sex industry, with the famous red light district attracting many tourists. 2. Bangkok, Thailand. The city has a well-known and large commercial sex industry, with various entertainment districts catering to both locals and tourists. 3. Frankfurt, Germany. Prostitution is legal and regulated in Germany, and Frankfurt is one of the cities with a notable sex industry. 4. Tijuana, Mexico. Tijuana has gained the reputation for its bustling red light district, where sex work is tolerated in designated areas. 5. Las Vegas, United States. While prostitution is illegal in Clark County, where Las Vegas is located, Some parts of Nevada allow regulated and legal prostitution. It's crucial to approach discussions about prostitution with a focus on the broader issues, such as human trafficking, exploitation, and the need for comprehensive and compassionate approaches to address the challenges faced by individuals involved in the sex industry.